Top 10 Dumbest 9mm Pistols Gun Owners Still Waste Money On in 2025. That 9mm pistol sitting in your safe right now, there's a good chance it made this list. 10 guns with legendary reputations are quietly screwing over their owners with garbage triggers, questionable reliability, and price tags that belong in Fantasyland. Some of these brands have million-dollar marketing budgets and fan clubs that worship them like religious icons. Number 1 is going to make half of you absolutely furious. Hit subscribe, because the comment section is about to explode. And here are the 10 dumbest 9mm pistols people still buy in 2025. Number 10. SCCY CPX-Two. Every gun store has that one display case filled with budget pistols that catch first-time buyers' eyes like moths to a flame. The SCCY CPX-Two sits right there, with a price tag that screams bargain and looks that whisper tactical to unsuspecting customers. New shooters walk in with $300 and walk out thinking they scored the deal of the century. The truth hits later, when they actually try to shoot the thing at their local range. The trigger feels like you're pulling a boat anchor through wet cement, requiring enough force to crush a soda can and leaving your finger exhausted after one magazine. Light strikes happen more often than anyone wants to admit, leaving you with a disappointing click instead of a bang when you need it most. Magazines jam up regularly, and the whole gun feels like it was assembled by someone having a really bad day. The lifetime warranty sounds great, until you realize you'll be using it constantly to fix problems that shouldn't exist. Customer service means shipping costs that add up quickly, and you'll spend more time waiting for repairs than actually practicing. Price, usually under $300. The High Point YC9 actually works better for similar money. Yes, it looks like something from a sci-fi B-movie, but it goes bang every time you pull the trigger. Number 9. Taurus G3C. Taurus tried to fix their reputation problems with the G3C, marketing it as their comeback pistol to compete with the big names. The problem? Taurus quality control still resembles a coin flip. Sometimes you win big, sometimes you get a paperweight. Some G3Cs run perfectly fine for thousands of rounds. Others break before you finish your first box of practice ammunition. The trigger bar can snap during normal shooting sessions, leaving you with a very expensive club. Slide locks fail when you least expect it. Extractor issues cause headaches worse than a tax audit. Customer service takes forever to respond, and you'll spend more time shipping the gun back than shooting it. The worst part? Never knowing which version you'll get when you open that factory box. Some owners report excellent experiences. Others deal with constant malfunctions. Price, around $350 to $400. Why gamble your family's safety on a coin flip when reliable alternatives cost $50 more? The Canik TP9 Elite SC costs just $50 more and actually works. Number 8. Ruger American Pistol. Ruger looked at the striker-fired market and decided they could build a better mousetrap. What they delivered was the Ruger American Pistol, a gun that feels like it was designed by a committee who never shot before. The trigger has more stages than a rocket launch. It starts spongy, ends with a break that feels like snapping a wet twig. The grip angle feels like holding a 2x4. Reliability issues pop up with certain hollow points because the feed ramp geometry wasn't right from the factory. Even Ruger dealers push customers toward other models. The modularity Ruger promised turned out to be marketing hype. Limited frame options, holster compatibility issues, and inconsistent build quality sink this gun. Price, around $450. Ruger's Security 9 costs less, has a better trigger, and just works. Number 7. Smith & Wesson SD Series. Smith & Wesson wanted Glock money without doing Glock research. They copied everything they could from Glock, got sued, and somehow made the trigger worse. The SD trigger feels like pulling a rubber band attached to a brick. Plastic sights bend if you look at them wrong. The grip feels like holding a bar of soap covered in sandpaper. They exist just to fill a sub-$300 slot in Smith's catalog, not because shooters asked for them. By the time you fix the trigger and sights, you've spent enough to buy an M&P that works. Price, under $300. Just buy the M&P 2.0 instead. It costs $50 more and actually works. Number 6. Bersa Thunder. 9. Bersa built a name on reliable .380 pistols. Then they tried scaling up to 9mm and failed miserably. The double-action trigger pull needs enough force to open pickle jars. It ruins accuracy for the first shot. The gun weighs more than modern alternatives and carries fewer rounds. Parts availability depends on unpredictable import schedules. If something breaks, expect to wait months. The design feels straight out of the 1990s. Price: around $450. A used Glock 19 costs about the same and beats it in every category: weight, reliability, parts, and resale. Number 5. Springfield XD Series. Springfield marketed the XD as the safest pistol ever. It has more safeties than a nuclear power plant: grip safety, trigger safety, loaded chamber indicator, striker status indicator. All those features solve problems that don't exist. The grip safety fails with wet hands or imperfect grips, turning the gun into an expensive paperweight. The high bore axis causes more muzzle flip than necessary. Law enforcement agencies that once adopted it have moved on to simpler platforms. Croatian manufacturing means import delays and part shortages. Price: around $500. The conic meat costs less and works better. Simpler design, better trigger, no pointless safeties. Number 4. CZ75 Series. The CZ75 is treated like a holy relic by fanboys. But nostalgia doesn't stop physics. This gun represents 1970s thinking with 2025 pricing. The high bore axis increases muzzle flip. The slide-mounted safety sits awkwardly out of reach. The double-action trigger often exceeds 10 pounds. It's heavy, clunky, and outdated. Modern striker-fired guns shoot just as accurately, weigh less, and cost less. Price: between $600 and $800. If you want check engineering, buy the CZ-P10C. It's striker-fired, lighter, and more ergonomic. Number 3. Glock 19. Generation 3. Criticizing the Glock 19 is heresy. But let's be honest. Paying full price for Gen 3 tech in 2025 makes no sense. It lacks front slide serrations. The plastic sights are fragile. The grip texture is either slick or cheese grater rough depending on variant. No optics cut, meaning more money for milling. The trigger feels like pulling rubber bands through gravel. By the time you upgrade sights, trigger, stippling, and optics, you've spent over $1,000 on a $500 frame. Price: around $500. The Walther PDP costs less and includes everything Glock charges extra for. Number 2. Heckler & Koch USP. 9. Nothing screams "I overpaid" like an HK USP 9 sitting in your safe collecting dust. This pistol costs over $1,000 for technology that peaked in the 1990s. The ergonomics feel like holding a brick. The high bore axis worsens muzzle flip. The double action pull feels like a rusty stapler. Magazines cost $50 each while others sell theirs for $20. Parts are overpriced and rare. The decocker and safety system confuse even experienced shooters. Price: over $1,000. Paying $1,000 for 1990s tech isn't smart. It's brand worship. Number 1. Sig Sauer P320. The most controversial choice on this list. Massive popularity, military adoption, fan loyalty bordering on religion. It also has the most documented safety issues of any modern pistol. In 2017, drop tests showed P320s firing when dropped at certain angles. The Dallas Police Department immediately pulled them. Price: around $600. These 10 pistols prove popularity doesn't equal performance, and price doesn't guarantee quality. The comment section will be a battlefield of fanboys defending their mistakes, but facts beat feelings every time. Hit like if this opened your eyes, dislike if you think I'm wrong, and subscribe for more controversial gun truths. Until next time, buy smart. And don't let brand loyalty cloud your judgment. This is Firearms Survival.